Hey budgeties, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new, my name is Mo. I'm 28, working on my financial freedom journey, saving my money, budgeting my money, planning out my money, and I'm on my fire journey. And if you're returning, hey friend, you guys, what's the saying? Better late than never, because she's late. She's late. So in this video, I'm going to be going over my October budget. If you haven't seen any other monthly budgets, I go over the calendar, I go over my goals, and I budget out my money. But now that I will be a we, you see the vibes? It's me and my boo's money. So let's get into it. This is my budget planner, Mo Budget Less Problems. This is not for sale anymore, okay? Hate to be the one to say it. I don't know. Life is lifing and there's so much stuff to do. So I am not making budget planners currently. They are for sale digitally, but the physical copies, no. Just because, you know, the busyness of life. So I went ahead and took the liberty of what is this called? Like putting in the numbers for the calendar, just so we can get the ball rolling, okay? So I get paid on Thursdays. That's first things first. The first was on a Sunday. The 31st is October, darling. And I kind of don't really have plans because I don't like the fact that it's on a Tuesday. But nonetheless, also every month there is a saying. So this one is mind your business, okay? Not my budget. Let's just put a little comma there because that just sounds better. Mind your business, comma, not my budget. I love that. So yes, I'm gonna go ahead and just put in the dates to get paid. So I got paid. Let's go to September. Haven't closed out September yet either. You're judging. Don't do that. So the last time I got paid was on the 28th. And so this is this week, and then I'll be on the 12th. So I'm gonna put Mo payday. And then my fiance, he get paid the same week, but on a Friday. So I'm just gonna put Mo payday. And then I'm gonna say Mo payday. What did I put for his? Oh, yeah, Mo and O. And then I'm gonna put his payday, and then I'm gonna put his payday. Okay, so there's that. I think I'm gonna differentiate between his and mine with these two highlighters. So we're gonna put him in blue. Love these. If you like these highlighters, they're available on my Amazon storefront. The link is below. Your girl does get a little bit of commission. I'm not even gonna lie, I don't promote Amazon anything, so I never really get paid. I think I've got paid like once before, but nonetheless. Okay, so now we're gonna get into these goals. There's also a grocery list here. I'm not putting anything there. So when it comes to the goals, it's, again, since I'm not just budgeting my money, I'm also budgeting me and my boo's money. I'm gonna put his goals as well as my goals. So you see here, O's goals, Mo's goals. That rhymes. Okay. So let's see, where do we want to start with this? So his goals are like straightforward. He's like, I just want to do the same thing I do every month. Okay. He doesn't sound like that, but it's close. So O's goals. And so I said previously that we decided to invest in a vending machine. And so we're getting that up and running. The goal for September was to have that up and running. It's not up and running because the vending machine getting here was a hassle. Nonetheless, it's here. So now it's like, get the vending machine up and running. So this is his thing. Get vending machine up and running. Up and running. That's our promise. Another thing, we've been trying to, at least I've been trying to, you know, read more for fun. So he's now trying to read for fun. You know, sometimes people just want to be like you when they grow up. I'm kidding. No, so he wants to finish this book that he got last month. So finish book. Okay. You guys, I have a lot of goals. That's why I like the different, usually I put like health and wellness, finances, you know, business, because I usually have a lot of goals. And maybe that's bad. Maybe I put too much emphasis on what I need to be doing all month, and I just give me a long list of stuff that probably doesn't even get done. But first things first, for my Apple Watch, not only am I going to reach my monthly Apple Watch goal, I want to, I'm shooting high, close all rings every day of this month. Okay, all rings, that's a G. Daily, that's an I, but that looks like a L, so we'll just go like that. Okay, so close all rings daily. Number 2, I want to stay in food budget. We did really good last month, even though I haven't closed it out. I think we at least did very good the last paycheck. So for the month, I would like to stay in the food budget. Another thing, I don't know about y'all, but I need to like plan out Thanksgiving. Like, what are we doing? Am I going out of state, seeing my parents, or are they coming here? Because if they're coming here, I still need to get the house together. If I'm going there, I need a flight. I need a plane ticket. My fiance knows he's flying out, which is okay. But I need to plan that out. Not only that, but I'm gonna also go ahead and say, plan out Christmas gifts, because my family, specifically my mom, cough, cough, is known to say literally 2 weeks before Christmas, I want this gift, and it'll be $400. And I'm like, no ma'am. No ma'am, no ma'am, no ma'am, no ma'am. I don't want to be the mean person here, but like, I need some boundaries, okay? Cause yikes. Also, another goal for me is to read one book. I have one book right now, and I want to start to finish that one. And then me and my boo, we're gonna have some me and boo time, but I will say that moving forward for the future. Okay, so those are our goals. Pretty straightforward, I think. And then we're gonna get into this monthly budget. Again, we're in October. Okay, October. Now, there's gonna be 2 different paychecks here, or 2 different incomes here, because we are counting for his full-time and my full-time. Hopefully I'll get paid from YouTube. If you've been around, it's not really consistent for me. It's like every other month. Not yet. Hold on, let's talk about that. Not yet. So I should get a paycheck this month, but I'm not including it in my monthly budget, because all Paper by Moe money that comes in, and for you guys watching, and I appreciate that so much, that all goes to my student loan payment plan. So let's get it started. So you guys know I like to zero-based budget, so we're starting out with $0. And then next up, we have Moe's full-time. And then we have O's full-time. Okay. So also we know that I got a raise recently. I think it was like $2,058. I am gonna go a little low. JK, wrong. Oh, it's on this one. $2,058.81 is what I got. So I decided to use $2,058 and times that by 2, and that gives me $4,116, right? I know it's gonna be higher than that. You're like, girl, how do you know what? So that was a raise, but you'll see there's gonna be another raise, and then a bonus. Now, my problem with bonuses, you never know what the check's gonna look like, because the taxes be taxing, y'all. It really does. So we shall see. And then my fiance, we shot low for him, I think so, yeah. And we said $1,400, which he usually makes more than $1,400, but again, it's not a consistent number because it's more hourly and not salary. So we're just saying $1,400 for one paycheck, for both paychecks, so times 2. Then he also makes commission, so we're giving him his worst case, which is $900, and so we have $3,700. Y'all know I like to do worst case, just in case. You know, you never know what's gonna happen. I don't want to shoot for the moon and then land on the grass. Like, that's just a hard blow. So our total budgeted income here is going to be $7,816, which is a lot of money to bring in. So I'm excited. Let's get into it. So fixed expenses, there is a gnat. Anyways, fixed expenses are our bills, like bills that you don't usually change. So I do have electricity on here, which does fluctuate. But again, I do worst case scenario because I know I have to pay for electricity because we need lights, okay? So let's start off with rent. So our rent is $1,608. That includes our rent, our water, and our trash. So that's that. And then next up we have our internet bill, which our internet connection sucks. I'm just being honest. That is $51.31. Then we have our electricity bill. I'm not sure how much it's gonna be yet because they don't tell me until the middle, like the 5th day in October or the 5th day of the month, and then it's due at the end. It's weird. So I'm just setting aside $250. Why? Because electricity in New Orleans has been very high lately, and I don't like that, not one bit. Okay, so then I have my car insurance. Now, last month, I paid $89 or $90 for my car insurance, but I looked at the full total balance amount. I don't think it's gonna be that much. So I say all that to say, I'm putting $129 aside. I will figure out what it is later on in the month. They're not telling me, you guys. Like, why? I like to know what my bills are ahead of time so I can plan out my money, but they don't want to tell me. So this is mine. I'm gonna put in parentheses. And then my fiance's, his car insurance went down because we did move out of the city, but it's not down too far, so he has $141 to pay. Then he has a Apple Music subscription that costs him $11. I too have Apple Music, but I also have like other things in that subscription service, like for example Apple storage. I have the Hulu, which is I'm paying $1.99 because of Black Friday, and I usually do $9, but I went up, and I don't know why. I had to figure out that why, but so I went up $2 and just called it $11. The next thing I have here is a phone bill. So currently I pay for a phone bill for my mother and I from some phone bill she had years ago through AT&T, and it's not even unlimited data. Can you believe that? So what our task is, well, really my fiance's task, he's looking up phone services for him, for 3 people, for him, myself, and my mom, because his dad is like, I'm about to kick all my kids off, which I completely understand. Like, he's gonna be a married man. Pay your own phone bill. Okay, so then another thing that we haven't done previously, because it is October and student loans are due this month, we are putting our student loan bills in our actual fixed expense. So I owe $197, okay? $197. And then he owns $220. People ask me like, oh, well, how do you get this certain amount? I couldn't tell you because I genuinely don't know. I just know this is what we owe. Okay, and so he also has a car note. If you haven't checked out our debt combining video, whatever, make sure you check that out. So his car note's only $150. It's an older car, blah, 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 blah. He only owes like $2,400, something like that. So yes, this should be paid off in no time. So let's add up these fixed expenses. You got $1,608 for the rent, plus $51.31 for internet, plus $250 electricity, plus $129 my car insurance, plus $141 his, plus $11, plus $11, plus $130, $197, $220, plus $150. So that is $2,898.31. Also, I do want to say, because I told you guys I budget worst case scenario, so the question can be like, okay, so what happens if you bring in more money? Ideally, it will go towards student loans, debts, or whatever, because we're trying to, be on our financial independence, retire early journey and pay it all off. So we would put a lot of that towards debt. Another thing though, I'm not gonna lie, it probably goes towards food. We like to eat. Y'all know we stay in Louisiana, we're in New Orleans. Listen, we're gonna eat. So that's another thing, but the goal is to stay on the food budget. Okay, so here's our bills. We're gonna subtract that from our total amount, the -7,816. I know it's negative, but it's not a negative number. So then we're gonna put $4,917.69 left over here. Then what are we going to do? We're gonna go ahead and move to variables. Okay, so variable expenses is the expenses that kind of change, they fluctuate, they go up and down. It's not a necessity. Well, food really is a necessity, but it's not a fixed expense usually. So for food, I'm saying $350 because that's like $175 every 2 weeks. Something I realized that we were both delusional on is the amount of gas that we spend. So every 2 weeks we should be spending about, I've noticed the trend is about $30. So I'm giving us both $60 because yeah. Another thing we did is our fun money, which we try to give ourselves $50 a paycheck, so that's 100, and that's 100. And then he has sinking funds, and then I have sinking funds. So for the sinking funds, this is probably where we're gonna buy our flights. If I go, I know he's gonna go out of state. Not just that, like there's also wedding stuff. Remember, we're planning a wedding, so you're like, girl, why is your number so high? There's stuff that I'm purchasing for that, so it's like I'm not out here just trying to spend a whole bunch of money. It's where we are right now. Also with sinking funds is where he gets his like haircut. I go to therapy every other week. We're doing all of our annual checkups right now. So another thing is a lot of money is going out because our copay, well, my copay is like $30. So there's that. So let's add up the variable expenses. You have $350 plus 60 plus another 60 plus 100 plus 100 plus 200 plus 534.69. Okay, it's $1,404.69. Okay, $1,404.69. You guys know I write big, so I'm gonna take that from that $4,917.69 minus $4,917.69. That is $3,513. But I'm gonna do it again because I don't like the negative. I say this every time, but do it stops me? No. $4,917.69. 1769, yes, minus 1404.69. Okay, yes, that is $3,513. So that's where we are with variables. Then we're gonna go ahead and move up to our savings. That was not a cute arrow. So I have an IRA, he has an IRA, we have listen, I have an IRA, he has an IRA, and then he has an emergency fund, I have an emergency fund, and then I have 3 brokerages, M1, Fidelity, 2 brokerages, and then he has a brokerage. I say all that to say we're not doing all of that, okay? So the plan right now is 0 to his IRA, and then his emergency fund is his main goal. You're like, why? He has a goal of how much money he wants to have saved, and I respect that. So you gotta do what you gotta do. So he's gonna give that $360. Me, I've hit my goal. This is my IRA. I've hit my goal for my emergency fund. So I'm gonna put $0 towards my emergency fund. However, I'm investing $500 to my IRA because those are my goals. Right, so his goal is to go to his emergency fund. He wants to get his $10,000 and he's not there. And I just want to like max my IRA. I don't even know if I'll be able to do it this year, but I'm shooting, y'all. I am shooting. Okay, so for the moon, and I'm trying to land on the moon. So this is $860, 860. So we had 3,513. We're gonna minus 860. That is $2,653. That's a lot of money. $2,653. So now the last thing we have is debt. Debt. Okay, so I have my student loans, and then he's gonna have his car. So because his student loans, his student loans is a little, it's higher. He has one loan for like $3,000, but his car loan is only $2,000. So his goal is going to be to pay off his car loan before he gets to his student loans, right? My goal is to put $2,000 at minimum a month towards my student loans. So I already did what did I already do? I already did 197,000. Wow, that's a lot of money, Marie. Listen, I've already did $197. So 2,000 minus 197 is 1,803. So I'm gonna try to put an extra $1,803. I'm not even including the YouTube money or Paper by Moe, any of that money that comes in from sales and things like that, or even like a bonus or anything. I'm just saying least case, worst case scenario, 1,803 plus the 197, boom, that's my 2,000. Okay, and then for him with his car, although he's already put 150, he's gonna go for $850. Okay, so he can get that much closer. So 850 plus 150, that's 1,000 for him. So every month we have our own goals. My goal is 2,000 towards debt. His is 1,000 towards debt. So yes. Now again, if there's more money, it's possible with my bonus, with his extra check that he gets, it probably will go towards his car, just because we know we want to hurry up and pay that off effective immediately, and we'll be even closer towards that. So now let's add it up. We have 1,803 plus 850. That is $2,653. $2,653. So the total balance here is gonna be 0, and that's how we zero-based budget. I'm not separating the money out because we've decided to put our money together. So there's that. But yeah, it's a lot of money, $2,653 towards debt, plus we need to add the 197 plus 220 plus his car note 150. So that's a total of $3,220 towards debt for the both of us. That's a lot of money, but these are the cards we're dealt, or even maybe the cards we pluck. Like we pick these cards. So we're gonna go ahead and make sure we pay off what we need to pay off, because we want to be on our financial independence, retire early journey, and a part of that is paying off all of our debt. So we're working. It's gonna take us a little while, but honestly I feel like we can have it done in the next 4 years. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you haven't already done your monthly budget for October, make sure you guys do that. Again, these actual physical budget planners are not for sale anymore. However, there are printable versions of this, and if you're like, girl, I'm on a budgeting journey, I can't even afford it, there are some free like one sheet pages on paperbymoe.com that you guys should go check out. You don't have to pay because it's free. And if you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in another video. Bye.